or is he gonna shoot us too? Mommy, is he gonna shoot us too? And we about to go out here on Friday. We about to go out here on Friday and empower the system even more. We're about to buy gifts from the same corporations that put up the money for George Zimmerman. We're about to buy gifts from the same corporations that put up the money for the man who shot Michael Brown. We're about to go to the corporations that put up the money to pay for these police officers' defense in court. We're about to go buy money. We're about to go spend money with corporations.
Good evening, y'all. It's Apollo Nazir, and this is RealityNotTV. I want to thank everyone that's tuning in on this very popular and hectic day in America, known as Black Friday. You may have heard of our brother Dr. Umar Johnson in the back. Just a couple of days ago, he was actually discussing Black Friday and his view on people actually shopping, or black people particularly shopping on this day and spending our money feeding the system. Feeding a bank system, which America actually is. Feeding businesses that we don't actually own. Though some of us may actually work for these companies, we don't actually own them. You know what I mean? We're just a pawn on a chessboard. We're someone that clocks in and clocks out. We give our energy away for free, or for $7.25 or $12.11, depending on where you work, where you live at. Because minimum wage, no matter where you are, it only accommodates to the living expenses of that state which you reside. But regardless of how we feel about our brother Dr. Umar Johnson, he was very right. What are we doing spending money on Black Friday? Why are we still shopping on this day? Wasn't 10/10/15, it was just like yesterday, where our brother, our standing black leader, who was able to organize millions of black men, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, Minister Louis Farrakhan, forgive me. Then he said on 10/10/15, do not shop on Black Friday. And he warned us, keep our money together. We have humongous spending power in America. We talk about freedom, we talk about justice, we talk about liberation. Then what are we doing feeding our money to a same system that oppresses us? What are we doing? If we want freedom, we want justice, we want liberation, then why not take these same dollars and feed our communities? Build schools, because we talk about the education system is fraud. So why don't we build schools? We have enough conscious people in our communities. We have enough knowledge going around. What are we doing? We have money coming in because we each work. We each generate a certain amount of income that, if put together, could amount to millions. And if we do that, imagine the change that we can make. Imagine we're building schools. Imagine we're building hospitals. Imagine if we start buying land and buying houses. Just imagine the impact that we will be able to make. Imagine if we start farms. And this is not saying that these things aren't going on in the community, but it could be much bigger. We could have a much bigger impact, Black America. All this protesting and shut other business down. You know what we look like when we do that? We look like a whole bunch of haters. I mean, regardless, these people, regardless if they're Jews or if they're Asians, Arabs, whatever, they came here, they created businesses. They set up some kind of contract agreement with the government. They got funded money. Many of them got tax exempt, and then they started businesses. But we want to tear their business down because we don't have a business of our own to go to. But when we go to their businesses, we don't like the way we're treated sometimes. But at the same time, we can't agree that those aren't our people, right? I mean, we're talking about color and race because, if we talk literally in spirit, we are all indeed one. But in this flesh here and this paradigm that we live in, we have to acknowledge the separation. So, if we can't agree that those are not our people, then why can't we just create a business? Why can't we create a corner store, a food market, a cell phone store for our own people? So if one of our own goes to a store of our own, owned by us, and they don't get treated fairly, right? then they could complain to us. They'd be like, oh, these people, they're not treated. Then it's not a race problem. It's just a person problem then, right? Because then you're like, wait, maybe it's just how that person is, how that person was raised, or their personality, their character. Maybe it's all about character with people. That's their spirit. That's how they are. Then it's not nice. They don't know how to treat people. They don't know how to communicate with people, talk to people. Then it's about that. Then you gotta throw race out the window. You gotta throw race out the window when you can say, oh, I have my own to go to as well. And, well, damn, the same way I was getting treated over here at that Arab store, that Asian man store, I'm getting treated at my store. But at least we'll have our own to fall back on. You see where I'm going here? It's still all about having our own, so we can't go out there and complain to other people. But we don't do that because we're broke or we don't have enough money. And why don't we have enough money? Because of these European-made holidays. European-made, European push, European endorsed, European advertised holidays. And they love using black spokespeople. They love using our celebrities, the rappers, the actors, to help push their agendas, to help to get us spending money on things that we really don't need. Because if everything shuts down right now, if all the lights went out, if all the power went out, if Walmart shut down, if Food Lion shut down, and we have no access to food, we have no access to lights or to hot water, or even water at that, where are we going to go to? What are we going to do? For those of us who don't have a generator, what are we going to do, America? Black America, what are we actually going to do if we don't have enough money and we didn't invest in a generator, we didn't invest in a building, something that'll house us, but just in case of any tragic event should happen in America, because those times are definitely coming. Don't think that America is bulletproof. Don't think that, especially with this clown up in office. Don't think that America is bulletproof. Don't think just because you got a few guns here and there, or a few people that you're bulletproof. Nobody's bulletproof from God. Please understand that. I think that's something that we really forget. But then we're gonna go out there and talk about we're gods. Doesn't God understand the power of economics, the power of social order, the power of communication, the power of building your own, the power of planting seeds, fertilizing the land, making sure the seed grows into a plant, perhaps even a tree, depending on how far you want to go? Doesn't the universe help us do all those things as long as we obey the spirit, obey our faith? Don't we have all that we need to have? Don't we have our talents? Don't we have our doctors, our lawyers? Don't we have our geniuses? Don't we have our scholars? And what's keeping Black America back? Because we get so excited, man. They know how to rile us up, and we can thank guys like Edward Bernays for things like that. And I actually want to go to a quote by our friend Edward Bernays. Here we go. Bernays in 1928 published his seminal work Propaganda, in which he argued that public relations is not a gimmick but a necessity. And here he says, I quote, "The conscious and intelligent manipulation of the organized habits and opinions of the masses is an important element in democratic society. Those who manipulate this unseen mechanism of society constitute an invisible government, which is the true ruling power of our country. We are governed, our minds are molded, our tastes formed, and our ideas suggested, largely by men who we have never heard of. It is they who pull the wires that control the public mind." When I talk about control, I'm not talking about no Kendrick Lamar and Big Sean and Jay Electronica song. I'm talking about something that we don't get to see in a physical eye. You have to understand that the control that we're under is spiritual. It's a spiritual warfare going on. There is a ventriloquist that we did not see. Multiple ventriloquists who have the puppet string attached to all of our brains. So, and we're plugged into it. We're plugged into the show every time we turn on our television. Every time we log on and get on social media. Every time we allow them to pull our energy away out of us through anger, through frustration, disappointment, sadness, animosity, fear. They pull that out of us so well. And we act crazy. We go out there and storm in places, breaking things down, tearing things down, going on online, live, talking crazy about things we don't even understand. it's a spiritual warfare because if you're able to control a person's energy, it's no matter what. It don't matter their enemy. If they're your enemy, it doesn't matter how strong they are, how capable they are, how much potential they have within them. If you're able to control somebody's energy and guide it, you're their god. You're their master. That's how you do it. Confusion and manipulation. It's a psychological warfare out here, man. Psychological, spiritual warfare, and we have to understand this. They pull us so well. They pull us so well because they understand we're human beings. We have greed, we have needs, we have lust. We're corrupted. Many of us corrupted by our egos, and we feed into it so well. Popular culture teaches us to combat, to continuously go against our brother, go against our fathers, go against our mothers, go against family, go against friendships, go against relationships. Why is that? You notice one thing I told to my brother Dom, and I said, bro, when you're in a relationship, it's like you save money. And I know a lot of people say relationship costs, but honestly, not. Check it out. You're in a relationship, you're not really thinking about going out to the club. You know, you're happy with your girl. You know, I'm sure she likes cuddling. Y'all both like cuddling. You want some ass. You want some dick. I mean, let's keep it real. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of us want after hard days of work or even in the middle of the day in the morning. You know, that's what we really, really do want outside of getting money and making sure we're straight and our families are all right and we're healthy out here in this world. But we want to impress a female, but we have a girl. I mean, hey, she likes us, she accepts us, she loves our clothes. You know what I mean? When I was in a relationship, she didn't care if I was wearing Converses or Jordans or whatever. She just cared that I had shoes on my feet. She thought it was crazy that the idea of spending so much money on shoes when you get shoes for like 20, $15 at another or at a warehouse or anything like that. She thought it was crazy to spend so much money on those things, on clothes too, designer things. You don't really want to do all that. But when you're single, you know, you want to buy all these different clothes. You're continuously getting haircuts. You got to get fresh. You're going to the clubs, buying drinks. Want to impress a girl, so you might buy her a drink. Dollars add up, man. That's why they don't push family. Think about it. That's why they continuously on reality TV and all these shows, BET, your favorite artists. Fuck bitches, get money. I'm riding with my niggas. Come on, man. Think about the message, man. Fuck the beat. Fuck the little witty shit they say in between. Think about the message they putting into the kids' minds, into our minds. Even the ones that's old enough to have common sense. A lot of us just don't. And it's very unfortunate because we suffer and our children suffer from it. Our society as a whole, suffer from it. But what are we doing to help it? Shopping crazy and spending all this money on Black Friday is not helping any of this. It's not helping any situation, any part of our oppression is not helping it. It's only adding on to the fuel. More lighter, more matches. The fire is still burning. It's going to keep on burning. Martin Luther King was right. He did lead us into a burning house, and then the door was locked. We couldn't find the keys, but we've all had the keys the whole time. We've always had the keys to unlock the door in the burning house so we could finally be free. And even though many of us burned down and became ashes along the way, we still have enough of us alive to break away, to finally get out and reprogram, build, lead, understand that this family structure is what's going to save us. Saving our money is what's going to save us. I'm sorry, not just saving our money, but investing our money into smart decisions. We look at things, and we have opportunities out here. Even if you can't, even if you're unable to start your own business, even if you don't have as much ideas, or you think that oh, I could do here, or I could sell organic cream product, or what I mean, I could sell some food. You're like, well, uh the lady down the street, she does that, she sells food. Or the other girl down the street, she goes to college, but she also does hair. What I mean, this man over there, he sells Jordans, he sells clothes. So why would I do it? I mean, so even if you don't want to do that, at least join a business. Now we go crazy about these network marketing opportunities, you know what I mean, that they throw out there. We call them Ponzi schemes, pyramid schemes, you know, but it's all about the work you put in. Honestly, I'm not involved in any one of them, but if I'm gonna keep it real with you, if I was going to join any one of them, I'll join World Ventures. I was in something like Legal Shield as well too, and that's a great company as well. Not going to knock that down. It's just my energy, my focus wasn't in it. But I love traveling, like a lot of us. I love traveling, and they even have a new fly card where you can store all your information in. I don't have one with me right now, but I'll definitely love to show you. But they even have a fly card where you could store all your bank information in it. Store your face in it, so you can have face recognition. You know what I mean? Even for those people who don't trust face recognition, because I heard the backlash when Apple X came out, or when it was being introduced, and people was like, "Oh no, the government." You know, even I was one of them. Like, "Oh wait a minute, the government, another way for them to track us down and store our information." But you know what I mean? That was thrown out the window from when our parents signed a birth certificate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The only way you gonna really become free and protected is if we go back and correct our status. That's the only way, but that's another topic for another conversation, another video, and more brothers will be included in that one. But back to my point, save money, man. Invest it. Save money by investing. That's actually how you save money. When I say save money, I'm not just saying store a dollar here and there, tuck it under your shoes, or put it in the savings account in the bank. Because I don't even trust the banks. Trust me, I have a bank that I rock with, but as soon as a certain amount of money gets deposited in there, a few $100s get deposited in there, ask anybody. I'm riding straight to the bank and I'm getting it out. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. It's just $100. It's coming out. $100, $200, $50, 20 blood dollars. I'm taking it out because I don't trust these banks like that, man. And that's one thing we have to get back to. We have to create our own banking system because that's what this country is in itself. You know what I mean? We're slaves to a banking system that controls us, controls how we move, controls how we eat. It funds everything. It funds our house. They fund our housing. They fund our clothing. They fund our education. They fund our hospitals, our nursing. You know, and then they kill off our leaders. They kill off our leaders who come out and actually have these abilities to do these things naturally, like Dr. Sebi. They come after people who actually speak out against these things and want to wake people up, even if those same people were seen to be on a different path and guiding people on a different direction. Once those people wake up, they shoot them down. They take them out by any means necessary. Prodigy, Imam Deep. We cannot continue to let our leaders fall down right before us while they are still alive, and while we are still alive and breathing. Want to talk this black power shit? We actually gotta live it, and the way we gotta live it is what? Saving our money by investing it in ourselves. Now, I want to read some statistics real quick. I'm not going to read everything. I'm going to jump around. And this is from my book, How White Folks Got So Rich. On income and earnings. White families, on average, earn about $2 for every $1 that black and Latino families earn, a ratio that has remained roughly constant for the last 30 years. In 2015, white households earned a median income of $60,000 and $60,109, compared with the median household income of $36,898 for blacks. Black women working full time earn just 63 cents for every dollar white men earn. Latinas working full time earn only 54 cents for every dollar white men earn. Black women make up a larger percentage of the low-wage workforce, which is 11.6%, than of the overall workforce, which is 6.1%. Latina women make up 15% of the low-wage workforce. Black men working full-time earn 72% of the average earnings of comparable white men and 85% of the earnings of white women. Black men weekly earn $652 versus $899 for all men. Black women's weekly earnings is $608 versus $721 for all women. All black workers' 2015 weekly earnings were $624 versus $803 for all races. Median weekly earnings of full-time black workers, and I'm going to keep going. Median weekly earnings of full-time black workers with a bachelor's degree are roughly $900 compared to over $1,100 for whites, which is a difference of about 1,200 over the course of the year. And so the last thing I'm going to say, the percentage of blacks in poverty in 2015 was 24.1%, while the rate of the overall population was 13.5%. The poverty rate for whites, 9.1%. I don't need to say too much. A lot of people, do a video for over an hour or whatever. But I don't need to say too much. I'll save the rest for further videos. I want to thank you guys again for tuning in to RealityNotTv. I'm Apollo. Today's message is understanding how white folks got so rich, so you could turn the paradigm on them, and you could turn off the switch to the matrix, and you could understand how you could take their same tactics. Now, they've had a lot of devious tactics. We understand how white folks flourish. You know what I mean? They've killed off the Indians. They killed off our people. They came here where our people already were. Enslaved us. Lied to us. Set up contracts with us. Even had treaties like the Treaty of Peace and Friendship with America and Morocco. You know what I mean? With the Moors and the Christians. They had treaties with them. They don't abide. They don't respect. And they don't even like to acknowledge their treaties, their agreements, their contracts, the past that still exists today, because its effect still lingers. It was never killed, was never abolished, just tucked away quietly while they fucked with us until we just forgot about it or was too afraid to even think about it, to dive into it. So it's understanding that, understanding ourselves, and watching over ourselves, making better decisions. Black Friday is not a great decision. I mean, you get your deal, man. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. One of my brothers, he got a nice TV. I can't wait to see it. I'm ready to throw on my PlayStation 4 on it and check out the graphics. You know what I mean? That was his plan. That's what he does, and I'm not gonna knock anybody that does that and choose to do that. But at the same time, he's also not trying to say that he's an activist. He's also not trying to out here screaming Black Power. He's also not. He's not. You see him? You see what I'm saying? He's not really a contradictory. That's who he is. But like our brother, Dr. Umar Johnson said, there's even people in the conscious community who's out there supporting Black Friday. There's even people in the conscious community who tells us, have your own business, black-owned business there. Also, you got a lot of them. Some of them even shut their own business down to go out there and shop and get some TVs. You know what I mean? Get some gifts for Christmas. Even our own people have done that with their own, who have businesses. While people, even not everybody shut down. You got people who's out here making money. I mean, obviously, I'm talking about before even the sale jumped off, people was out there making money, even Thanksgiving. I mean, the hustle is always awoke, never sleep. We're the only ones. It's time to wake up, man. So that's all I can say right now. Love y'all. Get this book, and peace. Black,